Alright guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, we got this beautiful drilled and slotted rotor from Powerstop. We're going to be replacing these old ones. Don't even know what brand these are, but not drilled and slotted, drilled and slotted. Alright, 2 pins. Just punch them out, get a little punch. This little hardware comes out. We're going to replace the pins and the hardware, and you just literally slide these out, slide the pads out. Got a hard brake line, looks like a steel brake line on these, they're not rubber. So to move them, you're gonna have to remove this. I don't know what size that is, but remove that bracket, it gives you a little bit more room. Alright, so we had trouble getting the top caliper bolt out, so we ended up breaking it loose. You need a pretty much this big breaker bar and you'll get it out. Don't know why it's so tight, I don't know if that's the factory torque spec, but we cleaned the hub. Now I'm gonna anti-seize this because I do run spacers. So let's just do that. Not too much, just a little bit. Alright, so we got the caliper back on. Comes with calipers or just a brake component lubricant. Just like that. A little bit goes a long way. You just slide it in like this. Maybe a little, there you go. Should be enough. Now we got the next one. Alright, so when you get the pin in, it's alright to just gently tap the back of it with a hammer, and then just slide in like that. Get your, it's not necessary that you get this in right now, but it'll keep it in place.
Alright, so if we can focus in on these real quick, we're going to be reusing the old pins because the new ones are just a hair shorter. So, Tony?
Yeah, it wouldn't fit in, so I already got the old one in on here. And it's not a big deal, I cleaned it up, whatever. I lube it up, clean it up, and it's fine. I got the new hardware though. Lube up this side. Now you gotta kind of hold this down while this goes in. Just like that. And you get your hammer and you just tap it in. Pins on this side, pins on this side. Lubricate them. Brake clean it. Put the wheel back on. There's a braking procedure and we'll go through that at the end of the video. So let's do the rears. Alright, so rear is pretty much the same as front, but you only have 1 piston on each side. That one's 4 piston. Just tap these out. Hardware, pull out the brake pads. You got a 17 in the rear. This is a soft rubber brake line on the rear, so you don't have to do anything, you just hang it normally. Take out the rotor, make sure your parking brake is disengaged. Alright, so now I'm going to clean the hub to get rid of any rust or corrosion. So if there is any like uneven spots, you want to get rid of it so you don't have any vibration. So just kind of clean it up a little bit. Okay, it's a good idea. Just clean your parking brakes. Get all that dirt out of there a little bit. The hub a little bit. And now I'll do the rotor. Right. Just like that. Do face the rotor now. So now we're gonna do the same thing we did up front. New rotors are on, calipers on. Now just put some grease on the back of the pads. Just like this. You don't need too much, just a little. Just smear it around. That's it. Slide it in.
Did you have to use the caliper pushers on this?
I just pushed it with my hand. All right, we're almost done. I did all 4 sides. Just got to put the brake pads in, clean up a little bit. The caliper's kind of dirty.
All right, so now we're starting the process of bleeding the brakes. Step number 1 is to remove all the brake fluid. All right, so driver rear, passenger front, passenger rear, driver front. That is the process you have to do to bleed the Brembos. All right, after the reservoir has been cleared, we're gonna refill it now.
Catching me lacking. Oh, thank God there was a thing on there. It's bubbling. Go, go, go. Suck it up. You gotta be careful with this stuff, it's corrosive. It will ruin your paint.
Each side, or each caliper has 2 parts to bleed the brake at. One at the front and one at the rear. Hook up your little janky water bottle.
It's recommended to use clear so you can see the condition of the brake fluid, but I don't have clear, so it's fine. Make a hole, make a small hole for the vent. Somebody will be in the car. You tell them, pump it, and then let me know when you're holding.
Holding. Holding.
Hey, look at that nastiness, bro. It's nasty. Okay, pump it, and then let me know when you're holding.
Holding. Just repeat the process
Pump
for all 4 sides, and you're good to go. Something we forgot to mention, every time you do a caliper, once you're finished with it, fill this back up again because it's going to keep going down and you don't want air to get sucked in. Ooh, good amount of air in that one.
Pump it. Pump it.
All right, everything's bled, everything's ready to go.
Now we'll do the break-in. So 5 times, you gotta get up to 40. Just slam on your brakes to like 10 miles per hour. Okay, we're at like 40. Just don't want to stop though, because you're breaking them in. If you stop, it's gonna like embed itself in the rotor and you're gonna get a shake. So just do that like 5 times.
Tire's squealing a little bit.
Okay, we did 5 of them now. Now you do 35 to 5. Just like normal, not too hard. Just normal. I'm starting to smell them brakes a little bit. The more times you do the braking, you'll start to feel the brakes start to grab. They'll start biting a lot harder. Yeah, they're starting to catch. I can feel them. They're just biting a lot harder now. Oh yeah, dude, they're catching. So now just drive it for like 5 to 10 minutes normally. Try not to stop. Like try to just like roll. Like if you can roll through everything. I don't prefer to roll through stop signs. It's dangerous, but it's not preferred that you make a complete stop. Like see, look at that guy. He's breaking his brakes in too. Alright guys, well that's the end of the video. So we did the brakes. My brake light's gone. I had a brake light on for a long time. I finally decided it's time to do the brakes. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on post notifications. We're on the way to 1,000. I keep saying that in every video, but it's not.
We're getting there.
Yeah, it's slow, but it's getting there. It's climbing. We're at 750 something right now, 757 I think. Get us to 1,000. See you guys in the next video.